All right, Matt the Mortgage Guy here. In today's video, I'm going to talk about pre-qualification versus pre-approval. What's the difference? What does it mean? What should you be doing as a home buyer? Why you should be doing one versus the other, and all that good stuff. Before I jump into it, please do me a favor. Gently caress the like button, subscribe, share this video, do all the stuff that helps the YouTube algorithm. I greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, what market you're in, what stuff is common in your market, because it might be different than how we do things out here in California. I learned that a lot on this channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. Pre-qualification versus pre-approval. I know you've heard more than likely that a pre-approval is something that's necessary. In a lot of markets, it's necessary to even see houses. It's definitely necessary to be attached to an offer if you're going to make an offer on a piece of real estate. But you may or may have not heard the term pre-qualification. This is a lot less common nowadays, but I know for sure when I started in mortgage in 2013 and 14, it was relatively common that you would talk to a buyer, say, hey, I did a pre-qual with this online lender. And this pre-qualification literally entailed a phone conversation that was no more than 5 minutes long. Hey, Joe buyer, how you doing? Great. What type of job do you have? This is what I do for a living. Oh, how much do you make per year? Oh, I make about $65,000 per year. Great, Joe. How many debts do you have? Oh, I just have a car payment and some student loans. How much is the car payment? $400 a month. How much are the student loans? Oh, my payment's $172. That's great. What type of funds do you have for a down payment? I've got $22,000 in the bank. Okay, cool. What credit score do you have? My credit's good. It's good. It's probably 740 plus. Okay. You should be able to buy up to this amount with 3% down. That was literally like all it was. And people would come to me and say, no, I don't want you to pull credit. I want you to do all this stuff. Somebody already told me that I'm pre-qualified. I'm good. I can buy up to $375,000 with 3% down. I've already talked to somebody. I'm good. And those people were literally out submitting offers. I can't tell you how common that was to have somebody 3 weeks, 4 weeks into contract only to realize, oh yeah, 65,000, that was my best year. Last year I made only 48 because that $65,000 year was a bunch of overtime. I don't get overtime anymore. Whatever the case may be, what a buyer thinks or says, if it's not verified, it doesn't count. And if you just go off the word of somebody, you don't want to do anything, pre-qualification or otherwise, that just goes off of what you think, what you feel, what you say, right? You want to provide documents. So let's call that the pre-qualification. A phone conversation and a rough idea of what you qualify for. Now let's move to pre-approval. You call me and my team and you want to get pre-approved to buy a house. We want to do a thorough job as possible. More for you than for anybody else. To protect you, to fully prepare you, and to really give you a good idea of exactly what we can offer you, what that loan's going to look like. So that is going to include a full loan application where you fill out all the details, personal details, address, former address, current job, past job, all the personal information about whether you've owned a home, whether you've had bankruptcies or foreclosure. You check all these boxes. Then we pull your credit, and we also have you upload all your supporting docs, your pay stubs, your photo ID, your tax returns if you're self-employed or if you have other properties, 2 months of bank statements. We put all that stuff together. We do a really thorough job. If you've got variable income of any sort, we're going to order a verification of employment from your current employer, and we're going to get an idea of exactly what you got paid the past 2 years and this year's year to date, because we're going to know exactly what the underwriter is going to give you income-wise, and we're going to plug that into our systems so that when we run the automated system, desktop underwriter or loan prospector, that we know exactly what you're going to qualify for. The system gives us an approve eligible. That is a pre-approval. With that, you have confidence. You're being told, yes, we can get a loan done for you at $400,000 with 5% down. You're good to go. Go out and shop with confidence. Submit offers. Once that offer is accepted, we're going to get the contract. We're going to get the title information. We're going to disclose. We're going to be off and rolling with your loan. And with the pre-approval also comes the information from the lender we're providing, my team is, and I would imagine many other teams are providing, here's some scenarios for you to look at. Here's some stuff for you to stir on before you're out there submitting offers. Here's what it looks like at 350. Here's what it looks like at 375. Here's what it looks like at 400. That way you know exactly what your monthly payment's gonna be. You know exactly what your total cash to close is gonna be before you're out there shopping. If you just have a conversation, yeah, you should qualify, you should be good. Then you're out there submitting offers, you have no idea what the payment is, you have no idea how much cash to close you're bringing, you really don't know if you even qualify for it. That's a bad position to be in. So avoid that short and easy pre-qualification, which, truth be told, you talk to any decent lender, they're not gonna do anything that even resembles a pre-qualification. The full pre-approval, where you're submitting all your documentation, you're having a credit pull done, you're having the lender really dig in and tell you for certain, we can get a loan done for you at this price with this much down. That's what you want. So pre-approval, good. Pre-qualification, bad. A lot of people across the country use different terms. I'd love some feedback in the comments if there's different terms being used where you're at. I know from talking to lenders in other states, real estate agents in other states, that, you know, loan commitment letter and things like, you know, verbiage like that is used in other places. But for my clients in California, we just issue a good old pre-approval letter. And when you're submitting offers, we're going to call the listing agent and tell them, you received the pre-approval letter. Here's what that means when you get a pre-approval letter from me and my team. It means that we have a full file. It means we have all the docs. It means we've pulled credit. It means we've verified assets. It means we've done a verification of employment. If there's any question on the income, we know how this is going to be calculated by an underwriter, and we can tell you with absolute certainty we can get a loan done. Because that's what a pre-approval is. A pre-approval is a lender saying, at this price point with this much down, we can get a loan done for this borrower, contingent on the appraisal, contingent on nothing changing, right? If the appraisal has an issue and there's a foundation problem that needs to be resolved, we can't do anything about that. Pre-approval goes out the window. If the borrower goes out and spends all their money, racks up some new debt, does anything that's going to, you know, alter their credit profile, we can't get a loan done. But based on the information we have today and the appraisal, which is something that nobody can predict, right? We can get a loan done for this borrower. So hopefully that was helpful. I know that there's a bunch of information on the internet, some good, some bad. Pre-approval, as thorough as possible is what you want as a borrower. If a lender's not willing and able to do that, you probably want to find another lender. My team, we do a full-fledged pre-approval for every single borrower. It's a good practice to spend a lot more time up front, get it done correctly, so that on the back end, there's not headaches and tears and a buyer that can't perform getting into contract on something that they shouldn't have been approved for in the first place, or they were approved haphazardly. Is that a word? I don't know. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions at all, matt@mattthemortgageguy.com. Send me an email if you're in California. I'm happy to help. If you're outside of California, I'm only licensed in California, but I've got great broker connections, greatmortgagebroker.com. Go there, fill out the quick form, connect you with a great broker who's licensed to do business in your state. Thanks for watching.